Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So today we're going to do a pick a card. And this pick a card is going to seek guidance and clarity on what past life event is most affecting you now, or is playing a role in your present life. The thing you most need guidance and insight on. So let's pull three energies, three groups, please, for past life energy. What past life energy is affecting the collective? What do they need to be aware of? What clarity do they need to receive about past life energies? Because as many of you know, your eternal soul has lived other lifetimes. And I feel like that one too. And some of these lifetimes, they affect your current career, your health, your relationships, even family, and your life lessons. So today we're going to tap into this energy to see what it is you need to be more aware of, what's having insight or affecting your present life. One more, please. This is to help you understand your own patterns and behaviors so that you can overcome any negative blocks and enjoy greater happiness, okay? Okay, I got two. Maybe those are the two. One more, I'm asking for one more. One more group. Authority figures. Okay. So I feel this one too. We have biblical here. So some of you were very let me get this out first. Group number 1 is biblical. Group number 2, we have Native American. Group number 3, orphan. And group number 4, authority figures. Authority figures, orphan. So we're going to do this a little differently today. So you're going to choose your group, and then I'm just going to clarify with the tarot and pull oracle towards the end. No, I changed that. Let's do it this way. I'm going to pull an oracle from this one and the ancestors. Okay. When it comes to... Okay. So we have 4 groups today. Let's see. What messages do you have when group number 1 for biblical? Thank you. Group number 2, Native American. Group number 3, orphan. Group number 3. Group number 3. What messages do you have? Group number 3, please. Group number 3. What past life messages do you have for group number 3? Okay. Group number 4. Group number 4. Past life messages for authority figures. Group number 4. Okay. Past life messages. And there will be timestamps, so if you want to skip past the shuffling part, you're welcome to. Some people like to see the cards, the shuffling, and pick the cards together. Group number 1, please, with biblical. What messages do you have? Last time. Group number 1. Whoa, that was too many. Group number 1. Group number 2. What past life insight do you have for group number 2 with Native American? Group number 2 with Native American. Give us insight. Thank you. Group number 3 with Orphan. I feel like I'm going to leave both of those. And group number 4 with Authority Figures. Okay. That flew way over there. Anything else? Group number 4. Anything else? Group number 1, past life messages. Group number 2. Group number 2 with Native American. Okay, group number 2, please. What past life messages, insight, guidance do you have for group number 2? Okay, last time, Native American. Group number 2, what past life, guidance, insight, clarity. Group number 3, please. Open. Group number 4. With authority figures. Group number 4 with authority figures. Okay. Let's go here. Group number 1 with biblical. Past life messages. For group number 1. Anything else? Group number 2 with Native American. What past life messages, guidance, insight do you have for group number 2? Group number 2. Native American, past life. Last time. Group number 2. And group number 3, orphan. Group number 3, what past life, insight, guidance, what do they need to know? Authority figures, group number 4. Group number 4 with authority figures. Past life, insight. Past life, authority figures. Past life. Past life, group number 1. No, okay, not these. What past life insight do you have for group number 1? Past life, group 1. Okay, and group 2, Native American. Group 2. Group 3 with orphan. Group 3 with orphan, past life, images, insight, guidance. Group 3. Come here, Tootsie. Group number 3 with orphan. Group number 3, what past life insight? Thank you. And group number 4 with authority figures, what past life, guidance, insight, clarity. Group number 4. What past life insight, guidance, clarity for group number 4, last time. Group 4, authority figures, last time. Okay, that's it. And let's grab some tarot and then get into the messages. For group number 1, what messages do you have? Group number 1. Thank you. Group number 1. Group number 2. Group number 2. Group number 2. Past life for Native American. Native American. Last time. Group number 2, Native American. That's a lot. Group number 3, orphan. Group number 3 with orphan. Thank you. And group number, no, let's see if there's anything else for 3. Group number 4 with authority figures. Well, okay. Anything else? Okay. And let's grab some tarot cards. What are the messages you have concerning past life guidance, insight, and clarity for the collective? Group number 1 with biblical. Guidance, clarity, insight for group number 1 with biblical. Past life, insight, guidance, clarity, and insight for group number 1 with biblical. Clarify, please. Thank you. Group number 2 with Native American. What guidance, what clarity, what insight do you have for group number 2 with Native American? Native American past life insight, guidance, and clarity. Thank you. Orphan. Clarity for orphan. What past life insight? Orphan. Guidance, clarity, insight. Orphan. See. No, no. Okay. Again, group number 3, please. Oh, we did that one. It came out. Okay. And group number 4, authority figure. Guidance, clarity, insight. Group number 4. Group number 3. Yep. Okay. Let's get into the messages. Group number 4. Again, your key card, key focus, key energy is authority figure. Group number 2, your key card, key focus, key energy is orphan. Group number 2, your key card, key focus, key energy is Native American. And group number 1, your key card, key focus, key energy is biblical. Okay? So with biblical, your tarot card is the 9 of Cups. You also have water with expression. You have balance. You also have Father of Air with leadership. You have altar of water with loving, love overflowing. You also have Mother of Mercy and the radiant moon of compassion. You have inner wisdom, flute with expression, limiting beliefs, and raise your vibration. Okay, so group number 1, the past life energy that's most affecting you and or that you're receiving guidance on and about is that you had a past life where you were very biblical. You had dealings with Bible wisdom, Bible knowledge. And I'm feeling this in 2 ways. Like, some of you, because you were very, like, what's the word? You were very adamant about your traditions, your biblical beliefs, the way you were a steward of your biblical insight. Some of you may have felt in that lifetime that you were not able to fully express yourself. You were not able to be the leader that you knew you were able to be. And so what I'm getting here is like, do you know, there's a part in the Bible where, or even at one point, from what I know of past insight about biblical times, is that women didn't really speak when it came to necessarily giving the word. And that's why you had the one, like very few women that they spoke about in the Bible, but one that's coming to mind is the one that was a disciple. She wasn't a disciple of Jesus, but she followed Jesus. If I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking it's Mary Magdalene. And so either way, the energy that I'm getting here is like, whether you, because I'm feeling like this is a feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be, whether it's because you were a woman or because you were not one of the astute leaders, because remember, only certain people were writers of scrolls. Only certain people were the ones to speak of certain truths, right, in biblical times. So some of you either had wisdom or wanted to receive wisdom, but I get this energy, it's like you were not able to fully express yourself when it came to the biblical wisdom that you had, or being a disciple of biblical wisdom, right? And it's like, for some of you, this is still what's very prevalent in your energy. But it's like in this lifetime, you're bringing balance to this masculine, feminine aspect of it, right? You're more grounded in expressing the wisdom that you have. Many of you had limiting beliefs that shaped your reality. Because you were a woman, you weren't supposed to speak, or you weren't trained or educated in the technical biblical way that things were supposed to be. Like certain scholars received certain wisdom. But it's like, I feel this energy that many of you innately had it. Like you had a gift of knowing, inner wisdom, right? And it's like now in this lifetime, you're being graced with compassion, especially with Mother of Mercy here, right? And this compassion is because you're able to now step into this leadership role, Father of Air here, with the wisdom that you have, where you're able to fully express yourself. And it's like there's this energy of love that's flowing over you, to you, for you, so that it flows through you. An energy that allows you to raise your vibration so that you're able to raise the vibration of others, so that you're able to remember who you are. Not what someone told you who you are, not what others shaped your thoughts and your beliefs to be. You're able to now connect with spirit and a higher timeline. So it's like many of you are in this lifetime, because in a past lifetime, it's like you weren't able to express yourself. We have expression here twice. Express yourself with your words, through your music. Express yourself through your emotions. Two cards: expression, expression, flute and water, right? So certain music you wouldn't sing or listen to because you had a very biblical background. Certain things weren't supposed to be expressed. So many of you repressed and suppressed your emotions. And now it's like you can allow your love of others to overflow. What I'm also picking up is that many of you were not able to express your love for another because, what is that saying they say a lot? You didn't want to be unequally yoked. And things were very strict in a past life. It's like Canaanites didn't marry Israelites, and Samaritans didn't mix with, like, that type of thing is what I'm seeing right now. So it's like many of you were not able to express your love for someone, I'm getting. That's for another group of you, right? Some of you were not able to participate when it came to even musical, because music was a very big part. It's always been a very big part, but even then, but it's only like certain music was allowed. And only certain people were able to be students, to study with certain scholars, especially when it came to biblical wisdom and when it came to music. If you were branded, I'll say, to not be a musician or to not be a leader, to speak certain things, then you were directed towards another path. And it's like many of you are now in this life able to, whether this is fully stand in your biblical wisdom and insight, or to now take it as it resonates. Now many of you are just tapping into a higher timeline, a timeline where you are able to fully express yourself through music, through your emotions, through your connections. It's like you're not feeling hindered by it. And the hindering came from those that shaped your beliefs and shaped your reality with their words and their thoughts. This is how we behave. This is what we do. This is how we go about it. And so many of you may have felt very limited in the way that you expressed yourself. But it's like now in this present lifetime, you're tapping into the love vibration. You're raising your vibration and you're raising the vibration of others. So you're able to express yourself and the things that you want and express the wisdom that is within you. You've tapped into that wisdom, and if not, this is the encouragement to balance it out. Let me check one thing. I do want to see something here. So group number one, it's like many of you are now tapping into more of your inner wisdom. At one point in time in life, you may have felt like you were without recourse with how you could express yourself. Maybe feeling lost, like you lost your way, unable to find your way through. And this caused some great effect on you, whether this was for the better or the worse. Something that you did not intend. It was something that was a limiting belief that was shaped for you and your reality. And it's like now you're receiving this mercy and this compassion, this grace, this love that's overflowing, so that you can express yourself in a way that feels loving to you, in a way that raises your vibration, in a way that raises the vibration and brings balance to others. Radiant moon. Many of you still may be very challenged by lower vibrations, and this is what's coming from this past life energy. It's because you're still dealing with the ripple effects of this as a current challenge. But it's not bad. In fact, it's like you've called this situation to your present moment so that you can grow spiritually. Many of you, your soul dealt with this in the past life, and it's like now in the present moment, you're stepping up and you're stepping to the plate and you're taking on your leadership abilities and you're fully expressing yourself, no matter who may feel what way about it. It's because you're on a higher timeline. You've chosen to reconnect with spirit in a way that works for you, whether this is a biblical way or whether this is a way of just choosing love over fear. Whichever specific way you resonate with this message, it's still about tapping into the inner wisdom that you have and allowing yourself to express it, whether it's through music, whether it's through expressing your emotions and just being able to love others, even others that are different from you. It's like you're not focusing on the differences that you have with others, but you're more focused on what brings you together, the things you have in harmony together, the things that you resonate with when it comes to others. You're allowing the mercy and the compassion for others to uniquely be and express themselves because you knew what it felt like in a past life to not fully be able to express yourself. So it's like many of you called forth this challenge in this present life to deal with what was occurring in a past life, group number 1. Wow, that's amazing actually. Wow. I just felt this lightness from your reading. It felt a little bit heavier when we started it, but it's like now it feels lighter. And I feel like that's what it is for many of you. In the past, you felt heavy with so many of the distortions of the limiting beliefs about certain people don't deal with this, or certain people have to look like this, or you have to have this kind of etiquette, or you have to speak this way in order to be seen a certain way, or you have to have this kind of money to be an aristocrat or to be seen by someone in society. And it's all those you gotta be this way, say this thing, do this thing. And it's like many of you are like, enough. So focused on what separates us instead of what we have in common, what brings us together, what creates balance and harmony, what is of a higher vibration and love. And so group number 1, you guys are tapping into the lighter side of things. And I don't just mean light with like light and shadows. It's like, yeah, you're willing to see the shadowy aspects of what all of that, like the cause of all the things that were in the shadow and the effects that it has. And now you're wanting to express yourself in not such a heavy or shadowy way. You want to feel light in spirit and body and mind and energy. And so you're focusing on a higher timeline. And we know that the higher timelines, it's like it's not as dense as this earth realm or in the 3D, right? The 3D is very dense. So many of you are focusing on higher dimensions where things are lighter and it moves quicker. And so this is why you've called this into your present, so that you can release these dense energies and limiting beliefs. And I'm hearing fly higher, fly freer, move quickly, feel lighter in spirit, mind, body, soul. So group number one, I want to thank you for doing the shadow work, tapping into those limiting beliefs that shaped your reality before, and transforming that energy to tap into love overflowing, to have more compassion and mercy for yourself as well as others, and be able to express it in a multitude of ways, through your music, through your emotion, through your actions, through your words, through the inner wisdom that you have. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy and see this past life and how you were able to transmute or are being encouraged to transform this energy, and how it's playing a part, how this past life energy was called forth so that you could transmute this in your present life. Okay? Group number one. So let's go to group number two. Group number two, your key card, key focus, key energy was Native American. And then you have the star here. You also have four-legged endurance. You have drum with awaken. You have tree of life with conception. And you have sacred sites with purpose. You also have offerings with wealth. You have peace and truth. The unknown with enigma. Mother of air with boundaries. Intelligence and dance. So group number two, I get this energy that some of you are connected with Native American ancestry, or you were a Native American at in a past life. It's funny that a lot of the tribal energy, I'm trying to think of this deck, the ancestor, the shamanic energy came out. You have 5 cards from that deck, right? And so it's like this Native American energy, I get for some of you, you may have been a shaman in this lifetime, like a healer, where you helped others to awaken to their spiritual essence so that they could keep hope. You were able to help others keep the faith, to keep the endurance going so that they could find their purpose. I feel that many of you used dance, especially with the drum and the dance here. Like music was very big. And we know that Native Americans played the drums as a part of their ancestral lineage. So many of you may be very connected to drums. You may play drums, whether this is a medicine drum or even drums like, in a concert band. There's something about the rhythmic beats, the rhythmic, what's the word I'm looking for? The rhythm of, there's something about the rhythm, the beat of it all. Like, I don't know, I'm hearing like the drums, and there's something about that drum energy that can take you into a trance group number 2. Some of you may even recognize that now. I just heard 808, and we just had the Lionsgate portal opening energy, right? 808 is also a term that's used whenever they're doing beats for music. Anyone that's in the music, you know that 808 is like the bass. It's the underlying thump. It's that thing that doom 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 doom. It's that bass. There it is, bass. It's the bass. It's that thing that makes you want to move. It's that thing that makes you want to dance. Whenever you hear a song, you hear the bass line. It gets you going, you know? And so many of you may really connect with, like, something makes your body move and you go into a trance when you're tapping into the bass, when the drum is moving. It's like it connects with your heartbeat. Now, for some of you, that's past life energy, but I get for many of you, this is something that is continued on for you in this present life. And it's a part, for many of you, your sacred purpose. The drum allows you to tap into a wealth of the intelligence that is within you. The intelligence that you use to solve problems and get the life that you want. So some of you, when you don't know what to do, things feel like it's unknown to you, you go into the trance and you allow the bass, the drum, the beat to give you the endurance to travel. And this travel is like in your mind, but it's your spirit also traveling to sacred places to tap into that energy. Some of you are able to help others do the same. Some of you in past lives, you were able to use your totem animals or connect with animals in a big way. Some of you in the present may also find that animals just naturally come up to you, connect to you in a very peaceful way. Many of you, I get called this energy of into your present life. I want to see something. Many of you call this into your present life because you're keeping these concepts alive. It's like, do you know how as things evolve, right, that certain wisdoms get lost? So the way that your grandmother or great-grandmother even could go out to the bush and pick up certain herbs and put them together and create a tincture or a tea to heal you, they didn't go to Walgreens and get some pills or go to a doctor and he wrote out a prescription. They had their doctors as medicine women and medicine men. So some of you may truly resonate with that energy of staying with the concepts of things that are natural. And you're keeping those concepts alive in your present life. It's like it's not going to be forgotten, or you're bringing back the sacred wisdom that has been forgotten, tapping into that wisdom so that those truths are still spoken of, that they're not easily forgotten. And many of you have come to bring back that energy of where things were more of a peaceful vibration. Some of you may still have an may have an altar where you place offerings to your ancestors, because you know that they assist you with creating boundaries on the spiritual, energetic realm, to help you also create the abundance of truth about certain concepts. This is a part of the sacred purpose that many of you have called forth, group number 2. You use those truths of things that were in the past or that could have been easily forgotten to actually still solve problems of today. because they resonate with your soul in a more peaceful way. Many of you are keeping the faith that these truths will not be lost. And so that's why you're using your intelligence as a way to find ways that these concepts are still widely circulated. There's something about trance energy here, like going into a trance. Looking for something. Where are you? Group number 2, your past life energy is just that you brought forth a lot of the truths that you, a part of your purpose is to keep a lot of those truths, tongue-tied a little bit, the truth about certain concepts when it comes to being able to connect with animals and that we're all interconnected, about how certain things can heal. Some of you were like a star in your tribe, I just heard, because you were able to help others keep faith, keep hope, to keep their endurance. I get this energy that you were able to, like, when situations became volatile, you were able to create an energy of peace. And some people were very like wondering, how did you do it? Like, you were like an enigma, a star. I wish I had my phone here to look up the word enigma for you. But it's about the unknown. And that's card number 44. So it's like you connect with ascended master energy. And they assist you with bringing forth truths to this present life that you're experiencing now. But it's like not in the essence of controlling everything, but more in the essence of having faith that all things work together for peace, for good, and that the truth will always come forth. Many of you are still seeking answers about your Native American heritage. For some of you. And for some, it may feel like the answers are unknown, but trust the truth that you're receiving at the present moment. It's all still playing a part of your purpose, and you'll be awakened to more truths and more answers, more solutions as you continue the process. So it's like, have the endurance to not give up. Remembering that nothing is certain. And even though it may feel like for some of you, you're at a pause, continue to have the endurance to go forward. Trusting that even the unknown is about having unwavering faith. And that's why many of you call this into your present life. You're tapping into your purpose of knowing, of feeling that you can trust. Truth here, right? Trust that the unknown is about you having the unwavering faith. The star card here. And that's why the past life with the Native American here, I feel like many of you You trusted. You trusted spirit. You trust how things moved. You were able to give your offerings. And now in this present life, you're tapping into that unwavering faith to solve the problems and to get the life that you want. A life of peace, a life where you're able to stand in truth, to trust the truth. You're taking this past life energy and allowing yourself to step into a world where there are infinite avenues. Do you see this looks like a city here? Sacred sites, right? Infinite avenues where dreams can come true, are born, and where miracles unfold. Where there is no boundary on wisdom. You're able to go into a trance and receive wisdom from any kingdom. The animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the conscious awareness, and the subconscious. That's what you're tapping into in this present life, group number 2, especially with us being in this age of Aquarius. It's like you're tapping into this wisdom from every dimension and every plane. And it started with this past life of you being Native American or highly connected with Native American ascended masters. Some of you could really use the drum and the dancing to go into a trance to receive this energy. It also could assist you when you're seeking to find more peace within self about certain answers. If they're not coming to you right away, you'll still be able to balance yourself and find peace and trust that the answers you seek will come to you. If there's a problem you need to solve, that you'll be able to do it. And if there's something that's out of alignment, whether this includes your goals, your intentions, your dreams, or your plans, that it's okay to become comfortable with being uncomfortable so that you can continue to take risks, to grow, to evolve, and to expand. Okay, group number 2, so that has been your past life reading. You're just coming into this present life with the gifts that you've had in a past life of being a Native American and trusting spirit, and you're now continuing that as your purpose, to have the endurance, to have the unwavering faith as you awaken to different levels, dimensions, wisdom. A part of the enigma of it all. Thank you for joining me, group number 2. And thank you for allowing me to tap into your wisdom that you brought forth in this present life from your Native American past life. Keeping the faith, the hope, unwavering. You're a star. Group number 2. Thank you. And now we're into group number 3. Group number 3, your key card, key focus, key energy is Orphan. Oh, not again. Hold on. I need to clear space. This reading is a little bit long and I don't want to lose it. We don't got this far. Hold on. Okay, group 3. So we have Orphan for your key card, key focus, key energy. You also have the 10 of Cups. You have sea creatures with immersion, listening. You also have Father of Earth with generosity. You have the Altar of Fire with good juju. You have the Sacred River Yanks. 2, the Celestial Mountain. Sound the Fierce Flute. Going Within. Rebirth. and self-expression. You also have exercise, you're awesome, feeling bad about yourself, and misjudgment. Misjudgment. So, group number 3, your energy feels a little heavy because some of you feel like you were orphaned. And I get this, it could be literally physical orphan, like you were adopted and or you just lived in an orphanage, and or you were just separated from your parents in the physical. Take it as it resonates. But I also get this energy that for some of you, you were orphaned spiritually. The soul family, the group that you were supposed to connect with, they didn't honor their contract, is what I'm getting here. 10 of Cups, right? Those you were supposed to connect with and be happy with, it was just like, no, it didn't happen. And so for many of you, this is where it's coming from spiritually, because it is a past life. Like this happened in the past for some of you. So take the message as it resonates, right? And it's because many of you were misjudged in the past. So because some of you didn't have a certain family, you were judged by others. For some of you, where this is spiritually, you were misjudged by those who didn't know who you were spiritually. Some knew who you were and decided that you didn't deserve those gifts, this good juju that you have, this generosity. Take it as it resonates. For some of you, this caused you to feel bad about yourself. Like, why doesn't my family want me? Whether this is spiritually or in the earth realm, take it as it resonates. Why didn't my mom and dad want me? Why did this happen to me? Like, you may have been asking all these questions. For those of you that this happens spiritually, you could still be asking those same questions. Like, I thought we had a contract. Like, why are they judging me? Everyone just wants to be treated, as if they're somebody. Everyone has value, right? But for some of you, you didn't get this. You got misjudged, and this could have caused you to feel very bad about yourself. Where some of you felt like you were in an ocean sinking deeply. But the thing about you sinking is that you created your own family. Some of you are deep divers, and it's like you're able to come to the surface for air and find play and find joy within life, because you were able to listen to your inner wisdom by going within, and you found a way to have this rebirth where you're able to fully express yourself. You tapped into this energy of just knowing that you are awesome, and that it's time for you to acknowledge your achievements, the big and the small ones, and to celebrate them. Celebrate the fact that you're having good juju now in this present life. For many of you, this happened in a past life, and you brought this energy of feeling like an orphan even into this life, like you couldn't connect with others, or you may have even felt like a black sheep within your family, like you just don't connect with the family that you were born into. For some of you, take it as it resonates, as I said. But this is about you in this present life, group number 3, dreaming bigger and raising your standards, enjoying the pleasure and the riches of love, of money, and or health. You're taking the risk to not be discouraged about not fitting into a certain family or being the black sheep or what happened in a past life. You're fully immersing yourself to exercise your choice to love yourself, to move to the rhythm of your own music, to create music that makes your heart happy, literally and spiritually. Like, each of us have our own frequency and vibration. And so the vibration that you're creating out, the music that comes from your heart, your voice, your frequency, whether you sing or not, we carry a frequency, right? So this is why many of you are tapping into a higher vibration, a higher timeline, a higher frequency, where you know that you're awesome and you allow yourself to fully immerse in that energy as things are unfolding for you. You're now listening to the messages that are coming from your soul, from your higher self. You've become the alchemist, and you're connected with alchemical ancestors. Card number 41 here, right? The Father of Earth. In this earthly realm, you're now being bestowed with things. There's this energy of generosity. The generosity is of good juju, and it's now time for you to actually have the material to match what you are spiritually. You may have felt spiritually like an orphan. You may have felt, and or for some of you, you have been an orphan here, adopted, whatever it is. And for some of you, it may have felt like you were behind the 8 ball, like you're always going to be one step behind, or not having the material things to really enjoy the life that you're experiencing. And so now there's this energy of generosity that's coming forth that's going to allow you to experience life at its fullest. Take it as it resonates. Because having a full life for some isn't just about money. It's not just about the house or the car. For some of you, it's just about being connected to people that actually love and care for you, that aren't judging you or misjudging you, or wanting to create an element of you feeling bad about yourself. Yes, the material is going to come for many of you, but there's also this energy of healing where you are able to have those that you can trust around you, connected to you, that you can fully express yourself, your emotions, your thoughts without being judged. There's a rebirth that's happening. Some of you may have felt like you had a literal death, spiritually and physically. But there's a death and a rebirth. So in a past life, this happened, but in this life, you're being rebirthed to have more of a connection. Where you know that you're worthy and deserving of all riches, materially, emotionally, spiritually. Eating. I just heard eating like you're royalty. And this isn't about gluttony, but it's about eating non-natural things. Not processed things that do your body no good, but where you treat your body like it's royal. You eat like royalty. This is a part of that generosity and that good juju that many of you are tapping into. It's calling you in this lifetime to be inspired, to not feel like you're alone, that you're orphaned. But there is something that is good in the air, and it's your success, because you are awesome, and it's time to acknowledge your achievements, the big ones and the small ones. You overcame feeling like an orphan or feeling disconnected. You overcame misjudgments and feeling bad about yourself. And so now great things are happening, and you can open yourself up to the opportunities and the unexpected choices, because you're going to have a multitude of choices. You're manifesting, group number 3 in this present life, wonderful outcomes. So take the creative action to let it all in. Be ready to expand and evolve. Things are unfolding. Card number 25 here, Sacred River Yanks. This is about your higher self releasing any impurities which you no longer need to contain. And those impurities are you feeling disconnected from self, feeling disconnected from those you considered family, whether this is soul family, spiritual family, or in the physical. Now, as things are unfolding, there's this cleansing that's happening by sacred water. And it's taking you to this energy of the celestial mountain. So the celestial is like throughout the stars, throughout the cosmos, you know? But there's also this energy of that it goes as deep into the earth, connecting as deep as the oceans. A sacred cleansing through water. And the water is also of your emotions. So you're being asked to empower the divine to help you in this present lifetime, to help you to help you to go within your own heart, to reach out and allow the divine to assist you in your current life unfoldment, so that this good juju and all of this generosity can truly flow to you, for you, through you. With this sound the fierce flute, it is wise, group number 3, to be accepting of all life and to not judge people or situations as good or bad. And that's because many of you knew what it felt like in a past life, or even in the past in this life, what it felt like to be judged, what it felt like to be disconnected. But it's like you guys have a higher wisdom to see how all things are connected, even the sea creatures, as well as all things on earth with Father Earth here. It's like you can listen to the resonance of how all things are connected and connect with those things, all creatures. Many of you are learning to use discernment, which is not judgment, because you knew from past lives what it felt like to have someone misjudge you. And so now you're in this present life able to not be so much in judgment of others, but to be more in an energy of discernment. And discernment is necessary in all realms of life form, in all realms of life, from the physical to the spiritual. So group number 3, that's what many of you are having this rebirth of. It's like in the past, you felt whether you were an actual orphan or not. In the past, many of you spiritually, especially, is what I'm feeling. But whether it was physical, you were an orphan. You felt what it felt like to be disconnected from others, or to not have those that care for you, about you. And you questioned this, and it made you feel bad about yourself. And in this present life, you know, because of what it felt like to be misjudged by others, of how to see things from a higher perspective and use your discernment. And if not, then this is the encouragement for this present life to be able to fully express yourself and acknowledge the growth that has occurred within you from lifetime to lifetime. And to exercise that right of knowing that you're awesome. And for some of you, you may want to actually do some physical exercise as well, because the muscles you don't use, you lose. So don't lose the muscle as well of compassion, the muscle of listening to the universe, to the spiritual realm, because as you use those, exercise those muscles, they gain more strength. You gain more clarity about how to use them with discernment. Okay, group number 3. So I want to thank you guys for joining me for this message about your past life. And continue to express your awesomeness, as you allow that to ripple to others, and you're able to listen to them with a caring, compassionate heart, because you knew what it felt like to be misjudged. And you are now experiencing the good juju and the generosity. Good juju for those that you connect with in the spiritual and in the physical. Thank you for joining me, group number 3. And then group number 4. Hey, your key card, key focus, key energy is authority figures. And you also have, they're in reverse. You have the 2 of Wands and the 5 of Swords in reverse. You have cave. You have bells with deflection. You have prayer with hope. You also have universal light. The loner with isolation and introspection. Sisters of the Star Blossom. You have divine masculine. Soul retrieval. New opportunities. Expect a miracle. And technology. Okay, group number 4. So some of you in a past life were spiritual authority figures. Some of you. For others of you, you're dealing with spiritual authority figures. And this past life energy is now affecting the present, because you're feeling like you still have to protect yourself, to deflect from negative energy. For some of you, it's like in this present life now, you're able to tap into the universal light. So you can let go of the plans so that you're able to let go of whatever plans authority figures had for you. Whether this is physical authority figures, but for many of you this is spiritual. For some of you, as I said, you were these authority figures in a past lifetime, and so you had certain plans or intentions or way you expected or wanted things to go, but now it's like you're taking time to yourself, taking time to retreat before you take action. Some of you are having to call back pieces of you to where you made certain decisions as an authority figure. Many of you worked alone in a past life as an authority figure. You didn't necessarily work well with others, or you were just the one in charge. And so you made the decisions. Whatever you said is what occurred for some of you, right? For others of you, it's like I'm feeling big that this energy, that some of you were a spiritual authority. But now in this present moment, there's something about group energy and how powerful it is. Because you're a spiritual authority in a past life, some of you have carried this into this life. And because you have a certain ranking, you have others that came against you that now don't want to fight, or you're not moving forward with certain plans. So you have to deflect certain energy. Some of you still feel like you want to work alone, but there's a new opportunity here. to tap into group energy and use it in a way where consciously it can help to expand the consciousness, the collective consciousness. In a way that, like, you're strong alone, but there's something about when you work together with others. So some of you may find that you're going to connect with a divine masculine to work together. I'm getting that very clearly. Many of you had plans, intentions to work alone, but this is what this miracle energy is about. Life is magical. Expect a miracle shortly, it says. There's like something has been ruled in your favor. There's a judgment that has happened for some of you that are dealing with authority figures. And it's like whatever they've decided, it's so that you don't have to deal with people that will do anything to win and the plans that they had set for you. They're assisting you to deflect any negative energy so that you don't have to work alone. Some of you are willing to work alone in this lifetime because you've done it in past lifetimes. But it's like the divine, the spiritual authorities want you to keep the hope, because there's something about this present lifetime and working together and tapping into the universal light so that it brings consciousness to all. So some of you are having to call back the pieces of you where you felt hurt, where you had to work alone. Taking some time away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and technology, computers, cell phones could do some of you good, as this universal light is coming forth to you about this miracle and these new opportunities that are coming up for you. And this is happening very shortly in this lifetime for many of you. And it's so that you can be of service to connect with a heart-centered group that feels good and it improves the quality of your life, so that you can be supported and are supporting of such groups as you are guided to allow this to happen more in your life right now, so that you can take actions that benefit you as well as the collective consciousness. Keep this hope alive. For many of you, this is the prayer that you've been speaking from your heart, I'm hearing. Isolation. Some of you were put in isolation by spiritual authorities. This could have happened in a past lifetime, but with this being card number 9 here, it's like this cycle is over and you're coming into this awareness, this ability to be still and know that the answers you seek are within, and that you're entering a time of deep reflection. And during this time of deep reflection, it may do you good to spend more time away from your technology, card number 50, so that this transformation and change, you're more aware of it, more aware of these opportunities, which is also card number 5. Something is transforming, is changing as you retrieve the pieces of you that did feel isolated. Take a step back. Maybe distance yourself from technology, from petty people, from drama, from issues, especially between social media and your obligations. There's something big here about social media. The world can feel like it's going nonstop, the rat race, always needing to take action, right? Divine masculine. But you want to be taking divine action, not actions where it's just creating more drama and conflict and confusion. The innermost cave holds the gold for you, GOLD. It could be GOAL for some of you, but GOLD, the gold, the thing that's valuable. Tapping into the wisdom within you, taking a time from all of the naysayers I'm just hearing, the drama, the social media. You know what? There's this term, now that we're on this group number 4, that comes up, and maybe this is something you need to be aware of when it comes to social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, right? There's this section of people to get views. The thing I'm recognizing more so are the people that would do the term, if I'm not saying it wrong, is rage baiting. They rage bait. It's easier to get people to hate you than to love you. So they'll say something distasteful or in disdain to get you to make more comments in their comment section, to respond on the video. Wow, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. The biggest one I can think of, and there's two, a man and a woman. I'm only going to speak on one. I'm going to speak on the woman. She's a very well-spoken woman, but then she'll say the most off-putting things, and it's just, I'm realizing and I'm seeing about rage baiting. I can see her face. I'm not going to say her name. Yes, I am. Whatever. Candace Owens, very well-spoken woman, but she likes the controversy. And I've seen this technique, to me, this is my opinion, we all have one. And then you'll say the most ignorantest thing when you're so articulate to just create a rage bait where people are commenting about, because what does it put me in the mind of, where people say no publicity or no advertisement is bad advertisement or publicity. So even bad publicity is still them talking about you, raising awareness about you, getting you out there. It's easier to get them to hate you than it is to love you. And then maybe you can save your persona that you're putting out there later on by changing it. But people will do the most off-putting things to get you to say something about it, to get you to get in the comments so they get more views and more comments, versus people who are speaking love on a genuine level, love and light. Those people are like shadow banned, or they don't get a lot of views. The thing you see social media push the most is the things that create the drama, that create more conflict and strife. Anything that comes across your page that someone else is, a lot of times that pop up on the algorithm, are things that create rage baiting and race baiting. But it's the things that create the drama. It's never the things that actually bring forth more balance and more harmony. Those people you got to kind of go find on your own, or you know of their content. But the thing that gets pushed the most, that's a side note. So this is why some of you may decide to take time away from technology or not get involved with the rage baiters, not consuming their content. And now it's like, even if it's not actual people, there are bots that are in the comments that say certain things just to get more people to say things. Or they hack certain pages just to create more rage baiting. This is a thing that's occurring. If you haven't paid attention to it, pay attention to it and see. But group number 3, you guys call this into your awareness, because as I said, in the present life, you guys on a spiritual level are authorities, spiritual authorities. I'm hearing high ranking, and or you're dealing with someone of spiritual authority. And it's like now there's this energy of not allowing your intentions and your plans to get caught up with the drama and the conflict. Those that'll do anything to win, you're letting them do anything to win, even if it's create more drama on social media, just so people will comment about them or share their video to create, like whatever it is. You're not gonna allow that to affect your personal goals, and you're gonna stay connected with your inner alignment. If there's been any lack of planning, you're now making decisions. Some of you, your plans to travel for some of you were made null and void by others for whatever reason. But now it's like you're going to have these new opportunities to travel for some of you. And this is going to allow you to take time to yourself, to tap into your inner wisdom, to then know what actions you want to take and how to take action that is more high vibrational for you, to where it may just feel like a whole miracle. I'm hearing a whole new world. So for some of you, it could feel like a whole new world, because you're more aware of what not to indulge in, what not to give attention to. Many of you in this present life, you're keeping the hope that it doesn't have to be always doing anything to win. And you're hoping that this can travel throughout the collective consciousness. But it's going to take time for you being to yourself, doing the soul retrieval for the pieces of you that were broken, so that you're able to then take action, divinely guided action, because there are some exciting new opportunities, group number 4, that are coming up for you. And for some of you, it really is going to feel like a miracle. For some of you, this miracle is that you're going to be able to travel. You're going to be able to travel and make money. For some of you, you're not going to have to constantly defend yourself against certain energies, because you'll know now how to remove yourself away from certain people, places, and things. I get with group number 4, you guys have never had a problem being a loner or being alone. But now you're tapping into this energy of creating a group of higher vibrational people that move in a way that collective consciously shed light universally. And this light brings hope. It brings in collaboration of a higher vibration. It's where action is taken in a divinely guided way. This is what you're accomplishing in this present life. And that's why in the past life, many of you are spiritual authorities. You're possibly still spiritual authorities, even if you don't look like it in the material realm, in the earthly. That's why you had so many that you had to deflect negative energy for, because they're like, you don't look like what an authority figure looks like, whether this is materially, in the earth realm or on the spiritual realm. But for many of you, yes, you are in a spiritual authority, or you're connecting with a spiritual authority, that you're going to be creating groups that create universal light. So take the time you need to yourself, group number 4, as these opportunities, new opportunities to create new things, something exciting. Your energy feels very exciting, because you have the authority to create this change. So expect this miracle, and it's happening shortly. Group number 4, I want to thank you guys for joining me and allowing me to tap into this energy on your past life. Remember, guys, this has been another voyage. We took a voyage into the past life to see why and how it is encouraging you, growing you, evolving you in this present life. Thank you for joining me on this voyage of the Enterprise. Remember to always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars, and to always, always, always let your light shine bright. Yes, your likes, shares, and subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. And for someone else who may be questioning past life experience, most definitely share the video with them. Again, thank you for joining me, Tonae Star.